What up, guys? This is We Don't Know Ball Podcast, episode 5. We finally have fucking football this week, guys. We can finally get into the games. And let's talk about our overreactions for the week.
Emphasis on the over. Holy shit.
Overreactions. We're going to glaze and clip the fuck out of everything this week. But anyways, both my cohorts, you guys know them very well, Justin and Retro. What's up, guys? What you got to say anything about this week of fucking games? Is this possibly the best week 1 games we've ever seen?
I mean, it was super fun for sure. I think it's definitely got to be up there, especially with games like the Bills-Ravens game. That's probably an early contender for game of the year already. It was super fun. Honestly, just getting NFL back is good enough for me. I love college football, but it feels missing when you don't have both, and so the NFL coming back was lots of fun.
Damn, Retro, see, it's crazy that you said that. I'm not a big fan of college football. We've established this already. But there's something I just can't, and I've been waiting to talk to you about. Can we please talk about the legend of DJ Uiagalelei and how he absolutely corrupted and destroyed the Florida State name? Because these guys went from being certified dog shit last year to being back to Florida State football, and it doesn't make any fucking sense. These guys, by far, should not ever have been as bad as they were last year, and now they come back and it's like, okay, week 1, giant upset. 77-3 week 2. What's going on? Somebody help me. This is exactly why I hate college football, is because we saw it this week. Ohio State, massive blowout. Florida State, massive blowout. Granted, they're playing no-name teams, but this is what I'm talking about, is there isn't a prime matchup every week. There isn't a this. It is not a beautiful sport. This is, let's just watch these Power 15 teams play teams that are bottom fucking 3% schools in the nation, and let's just let them go. I mean, 80-point game, 70-point game,
Okay, there are absolutely marquee matchups every week. USF Florida was the marquee matchup this week. It was
that's not marquee. Florida should have dog walked them, and somebody painted a narrative out there that USF could upset. What?
See, and this is the problem. You don't know about the legend of Byron Brown, but I did. I knew about the legend of Byron Brown, and I was there for that football game because of last week when Byron Brown was cooking up against Boise State. But that being said, yes, DJ Uiagalelei actually might be the worst college football quarterback of all time.
Up against Boise State. You really just said the...
But yeah, DJU might be the worst of all time, only because of the fact that not only did he corrupt the whole program, but he was also a 5-star coming out of high school somehow, and I don't really know what they were seeing in him. I don't know if the scouts were drunk or whatever be the case, but when he gets to he flies around to 4 different schools, and he basically was the Black Plague. Every school he got to, they just became bad for a year, and I guess he was eventually I'll find my home. And yeah, it seems like he literally was just a plague upon FSU, because FSU literally last year looked like a bottom 5 team in the country, and now they look like a top 10 team.
Yeah, well, I saw a TikTok on Saturday after that game had happened, and they're like, DJ is a glitch in the Matrix. He shows up and he just wipes everything clean. And I'm like, this is terrible. I'm like, this dude went to 4 different schools, ruined 4 different programs for a year. I'm like, he makes no sense.
I love the college football talk. Again, I'm wearing my Ohio State stuff. OH. For the guys who know,
Fuck
know.
You.
But speaking of plagues and terrible, let's talk about the other Harbaugh coach in Baltimore choking yet another lead to a good team. Guys, let's talk about the potential game of the year in week 1. Where do we kind of start with this game?
Oh, I have this one. Retro looked like a genius about Derrick Henry being the rushing leader this year until 4 minutes and 22 seconds in the fourth quarter. He looked like a genius. Derrick Henry looked insane. He was dribbling the Buffalo secondary, literally dribbled their young guys off the turf. He looked phenomenal. Time does not catch up with this guy. And, shit. Oop. Guess he forgot all those muscles are supposed to hold on to a football in a pile. This, by far, I have AFC Championship preview, game of the week. Baltimore, like I said, Buffalo shouldn't have been in this game. But this was generational choking. Generational. And this is not, I repeat, not on their coach. This is a very bad fumble from Derrick Henry. This is very bad game management down the line by that. I got to give hats off to Buffalo because they definitely didn't quit when they definitely could have with 4 minutes left. These guys came out and punched Baltimore in the mouth. And all I got to say is Josh Allen is just unbelievable. The way that he single-handedly, I put one strap on, I put the other strap on, and then Keon Coleman with that bailout tip diving catch. First off, whoever the target was there, please don't touch that ball because it would have looked really nice when Josh dropped it in Keon's breadbasket to start with, because that thing was an absolute dime, perfectly on target, perfectly timed. But, dude, Josh Allen's repeating MVP. I said it now. It's week one overreactions, baby. I'm here for it.
I'm with it.
No, I mean, and I think that we learned a lot of things that I think we already knew. So obviously both of these teams are top 3 in the AFC. I think most people figured that coming in. Lamar and Josh Allen will both be in MVP conversations again. That's a given. Derrick Henry is probably going to lead the league in rushing. Even though he did have that fumble at the end, I think he rushed for over 160 yards. So, I mean, yeah, that's just your average Derrick Henry moment. I don't know if I agree that it's not John Harbaugh's fault, because even though there was a lot of mistakes and problems there that were done by the players, this choking issue is a very big Harbaugh problem. It's been something the Ravens have been dealing with for years. I don't know if I can be this specific coaching moment is why the Ravens lost. I don't think I can do that. But it's more just the fact that it almost seems like the Ravens have this culture of choking now. And it's becoming a really, really big problem. I think mainly I would chalk it up to the defense, though, this game. I mean, the defense was just abysmal. Whenever you give up over 40 points, you have to assume that's the problem. Jair looked really bad. I don't know if, he is really old and, age is catching up to him or whatever it may be. He just looked really bad. This Ravens secondary was supposed to be very, very good this year, especially when you add Malachi Starks into the mix, and you expect the defense to get tons of pressure with Mike Green added into the mix. And Jair was supposed to be a pretty huge addition in the secondary, but that defense just did not look good. Now, granted, Josh Allen is Josh Allen, so obviously he's going to be able to expose basically any defense. But yeah, I think the main takeaways there are the Ravens need to focus on their choking problem. I don't even know how you deal with that, but something has to change.
Chew your food up more.
Yeah. The defense, because yikes. And then once those things are fixed, they should be fine.
That DPI by Jair was just that was some rookie first game, first jitter shit. That right there was the moment that turned the Bills back into, okay, we can win this football game. That was so dumb. You're diving on top of a receiver from behind, that was just, you gave him a free play. You gave him free, I think it was 33 yards or something like that. That can't happen.
Yeah, to quote a great man named Zach Randolph, the bullies get bullied. So it's super ironic that the Buffalo Bills are coming out 20 basically a 15-point deficit, and seeing Josh Allen backpack that team into really within even one score when it was 38-40 was tremendous. And to be honest with you, I still have the Ravens being the better team, even though that they lost coming out of that game, because of what they were being able to do within the first 45 minutes is super impressive. But I do think the Harbaugh problem is concerning going forward, because you can either blame players from past mishaps. You can blame time management from what Harbaugh has been doing for years, and you can talk about the fumble with Derrick Henry and all this kind of stuff. It's a
Well, that's
combination
what
of
happens when you.
everything.
That's what happens when you let a coach live off of one Super Bowl.
I mean that's fair point. But again, I still have Baltimore being the better team, even though that they lost. It's just unfortunate the way that they happened. Yeah, and since Mike McDonald hasn't been there, that defense hasn't looked the same, and they need to figure something out now because I wouldn't. It's not necessarily panic mode. I wouldn't say it's a panic mode for Baltimore. It's week one, but if this is going to be something that we see in the postseason, we were talking about this off camera. Lamar's basically needing to get over the hump, and everybody's looking at him dead in his eyes now and say, "You have the team to do it. You have the super team. You have all the help in the world. Go and do it." Because Josh Allen's doing it with
Lamar's
Keon
getting that
Cole.
Jason Tatum treatment.
Yeah, it's where it's like Josh Allen's doing it with Keon Coleman and Shakir, and James Cook, but Lamar just has better talent top to bottom, and he's not being able to get regular season games done, and it's going to be concerning if they don't get home field advantage, and it's going to be concerning when it comes to critical moments if Harbaugh makes some of the decisions that he makes, or something happens, somebody drops a ball, someone has a dumb penalty, somebody fumbles. They need to dot their I's and cross their T's at the end of the day. It's going to be really concerning.
You know, I'm really glad that you said it's week one. Let's not hit the panic button, because that's going to lead me over to my delusion that I'm still going to continue to have, because whether you like it or not, Bears still lost, Bears looked fine. It's week one.
Bears did
Um,
not look fine, brother.
no.
They did not. There's no
So
shot.
no. Okay. So there was a lot of takeaways here that I think are very relevant, but here a few that I took away from this. Chicago's O-line problems are not fixed, not even close. Actually, they did not look fixed whatsoever. That O-line was terrible. That's a big problem.
Yep.
Ben Johnson's play calling was scuffed in the fourth quarter. He tried to do way too much, and because of that, it cost them a lot of stupid plays. I think for me, the dumbest one was that, like, with 9 seconds left, you're going to go ahead and try to do, like, a weird run, jet sweep thing, whatever, and it just, I don't even know why. Just getting too cute with play calling. He did the same thing in the NFC Championship against Washington when he tried to do, like, a Jamison Williams trick pass thing, and it just went way awry. I think Caleb Williams looked really good in the first half, but not when it mattered, which is a problem and has been a problem for him since college against teams that are good. I think that's an issue that they're going to have to look at. But outside of that, the Bears being the Bears, right? Obviously, we also have to talk about the other side of that game, which is the Vikings.
Let's not.
No, we don't. No, actually, we don't.
Let's burn the
don't.
tape.
So
don't.
getting into the
We don't.
Vikings, there's a few things I'll say before I get to the quarterback. So Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason already look like a really good running back duo together. They looked amazing out there. And I think that's something that's very, very interesting. And obviously they're going to get a lot of carries because of who's a quarterback. Aaron Jones tied Justin Jefferson for the most receiving yards that game, which I thought was interesting. I think Aaron Jones is going to be really good in fantasy this year because he's going to be a really good check down back. It's, again, something that McCarthy will look for. Now, to the quarterback of the Minnesota Vikings.
They don't have one.
They don't have
JJ
one.
McCarthy looked absolutely terrible until the fourth quarter when he apparently found a clutch gene. I'm not entirely sure what I saw in that fourth quarter, and I'm going to preface by saying he's basically playing against practice squad corners. Jalen Johnson's out, and I think one of the Bears corners gets hurt during that game as well. Right. So he's basically running against practice squad corners. That being said, he made some very, very good throws. He looked very, very poised in that fourth quarter. it was very reminiscent of when, like, for example, in the national championship, there were a few plays where he had to get things done and did. I'm not going to say that he has a clutch gene. It's only one game, but he very, very much settled in that fourth quarter, and he was able to lead the Vikings offense to have over 100 yards in that fourth alone. They secured the win, and he looked very poised. But outside of that, those first three quarters, I mean, he looked like the J.J. McCarthy a lot of people thought he would be. That pick six was horrendous. It looked awful. I don't even know who he was throwing the football to on that
The
play.
defense. The defense.
And I think he had, 48 yards in the first half? It was not good.
So to piggyback off that really quick, so if I told you up until I believe, I think it was 3 minutes and 28 seconds of the third quarter, he had more passing yards to the Chicago Bears than he did to his own team, and that's concerning. And when we talk, we might be called casuals on the app in which we do. We're not casual when we say that he's a handoff merchant, because the fact that he is doing literally everything to give I will disagree on this. I think Jordan Mason looked a lot better than Aaron Jones. Just
That's
pure
because he got
running time.
That's because he got the workload. Aaron
Yeah,
Jones got
and
used as a receiving back, and when he did, he made
yeah,
Bears
he
defense look really bad.
I agree. And also, they're using Justin Jefferson as a screen guy within, behind the backfield and 5 to 10 yard stuff, and trying to make him create space for himself, which he is able to do. But we don't think of Justin Jefferson as that kind of guy. He has the explosiveness, but he can create separation already by himself as being a top two wide receiver, if not the best wide receiver in the league. Being one of the best contested catch guys in the league as well. So using him in a completely different role is head scratching to me. And that's obviously going to Kevin O'Connell trying to adhere to JJ McCarthy and his strengths, which any head coach should. But
Yes, he has strength.
Well, yeah, his strength is hiking the ball and then handing it off to either Aaron
And
Jones.
he was pretty solid at pitching the ball too. He was a pretty good pitch man.
No, agreed. But my thing is that clearly up until they didn't create the turnover, that playbook was extremely limited, and you're going up against the Bears, and regardless of Senor Justin, the Bears suck. And
okay, anyway,
when they
all
play,
right, I'm over that. I want to bring up my points because all you guys did was bash these Bears. I'm going to touch lightly on one thing. First off, the Vikings trying to turn Justin Jefferson into a version of Amon-Ra St. Brown with all this backfield motion and these quick passes and this, that, and the other because his quarterback sucks really is hard to watch because of everything Jules just said. The competitive catch, the speed, the eliteness that he has as a downfield weapon because JJ can't throw the ball. Looked good on 5 to 10 yard passes. Looked really good on 5 to 10 yard passes. Anything outside of that, I think he was 3 for 8 on completions over 25 yards, which sounds good in general, but not really great, especially as an NFL quarterback. JJ was out there really slanging that thing, and I think all quarterbacks were out here actually driving the ball downfield this week. I've never seen a week of football where quarterbacks are throwing the football so damn hard. Anyway, I'm moving on to this because I'm still set on the Bears. Caleb's first half was good. Minnesota's defense did put a lot of pressure in the second half because of the learning ability. Obviously, as you play the game, you learn what teams are looking to do, what teams are looking to do. So they ran a lot more stunts, a lot more of this. They were able to put pressure on Caleb in the backfield. His footwork and trying to keep the pocket alive was elite. I don't care what you guys have to say about it. Him trying to keep that pocket alive before scrambling was elite. Caleb did look good in that first half. Yes, there were questionable plays down the line with Caleb, but it's all going to be a learning curve. We're in a sophomore year of a rookie year with a terrible franchise. That is what it is. The good things to take away is Caleb did look good for probably 2/3 of this game. You guys can agree to that. DeAndre Swift is running as a downhill back now, which is insane because after last year, we thought DeAndre Swift wasn't going to have a starting job. We can all agree to that one. So he looked great. I think if the Bears really need two things to work on and they'll be okay, offensive line pressure and fucking release Cairo Santos, because that dude sucks. He can't kick. The amount of kickers that sold their teams down the river this week, if your name isn't Chris Bosworth, oh boy, or Boswell, oh boy, y'all need to be looking for a new home. I swear.
So you still think Ben Johnson's winning Coach of the Year?
After one game, are we really going to do this? After one game,
I'm just wondering. I'm just intrigued.
After one game, yes, I do believe so. Yes, cool. He made mistakes in the last 5 minutes of a game. It is what it is.
Okay. Hey, listen. I appreciate that you're standing on business for this, but there is literally no way.
Colin Reddit opinion.
Yeah.
Move on.
Because of 1 week. Again, we're going off of 1 week. Because guess what? If we go off of 1 week, somebody's favorite team's going to go 0-16 this year. I don't know who that could be. My team won. Hey, Retro, did your team win? Because our team's won. I'm not happy my team won, but it is what it is. Anyway, moving on from that.
Oh, no, listen, we'll get to Mike McDonald Coach of the Year in a second.
Good Lord. No, I'm moving swiftly from Minnesota Chicago to staying in the division to what God I hate everything about. I hate everything about. So, Detroit and Green Bay.
Say how Micah Parsons was bitching Penei Sewell. Say it.
So Micah made Penei Sewell look bitch-made for a lot of this game. The defensive scheme that Green Bay cooked up was phenomenal, and I think the only way that it was actually able to work is because of Micah Parsons' gravity to draw double teams, because Micah Parsons' gravity ability on this field, and I hate the word gravity, but his ability to draw attention is single-handedly the reason that the Packers defense actually looked good. Because teams were so worried about Micah coming off the opposite side, they forgot to block the complete other side of the field. I could not believe watching it how good Green Bay's front looked. Their secondary, still certified dog shit. I don't care what anybody has to say. He got their, what was it? I can't remember, dude. Got the easiest pick of his life because Jared Goff went through the wrong progressions. Pissed me the fuck off. But again, it's week 1. Detroit will bounce back. Remember, we're overglazing, overanalyzing, overreacting to week 1 because at the end of the day, it's week 1. Week 1 always leads in penalties, leads in errors, leads in this. You know what else week 1 led in this week? Catch of the Year contender Isaac Tesla. Holy shit. I don't know how this kid got 2 feet in, but my God, Catch of the Year, don't care. Odell who, go.
I wanna kind of piggyback off of what you said, because you talked about the front seven for the Packers and how good they look. The Lions running backs, Sonic and Knuckles, had 20 carries for 44 yards. They were averaging 2 yards a carry, basically. It was terrible. I think it's very interesting during that game. Ja had 9 carries and 10 catches. So Jahmyr Gibbs is being used almost as a receiver in that game more than as a back, because there was nothing they could do for him in the backfield. Another thing that I think needs to be addressed, because this is very, very important, is we need to start having Jared Goff conversations. Because without Ben Johnson and without Sean McVay as his offensive help, he is 3-17-1. This guy is literally useless without having an insanely good offensive coordinator. I think it's a question that we need to ask. Is Jared Goff a fraud that literally can only do it when he's in elite offensive schemes? It is a possibility. We will have to see, but again, that record does not hold strong.
That's a weird way to say week 1 blunder.
I think another thing that's interesting is the Packers' method of kind of doing the whole bunch of wide receiver twos thing is kind of working, because during that game they had 4 receivers and a tight end that had 2 catches or more. So Jordan Love is just kind of like, you get a ball and you get a ball and you get a ball and you get a ball, and it's working. So I don't know. Maybe this is the year where the Packers kind of just do their wide receiver twos thing, and it actually works.
It's arguably harder to plan for because you're not banking on one guy. Reed was open a shit ton. Golden actually didn't look great, but he looked okay. I honestly couldn't believe how much, with as many receiver 2s and 3s as they have, how much Jordan Love was forcing the ball to his tight ends. Like, that was the thing that was like, I understand that's been like a staple of a Green Bay offense for, well, ever since Bubba Franks was there with Brett Favre back in the day. Shout out Bubba. But it's insane to me. They always have not elite tight ends. They're always guys that no one talks about, whether it's Bubba Franks, Jermichael Finley, Jared. I can go down this list forever, dude. Fucking Tom Crabtree? Who the fuck is that guy? He probably does our taxes. But, like, anyway, it's weird how they force the ball to tight ends and their scheme is always open for mediocre to okay tight ends. Like, it's weird to me. But, like, yeah, this is just interesting.
Tucker Kraft's on my fantasy team, so
yeah, I mean, and the crazy part of it is you kind of touched on this last week when we talked about our predictions or whatever, but like I think it worked well because the Lions just didn't have an answer for it. But Josh Jacobs was just not there. Like he was just not. He was the opposite of an X factor. Like this dude was non-existent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was rather impressed watching the first half with Jordan Love. And I do think to piggyback off this point, having a whole bunch of wide receiver 2s is going to work in Jordan Love's favor because if we remember last year, a lot of the time the narratives was, Javon Reed having a good game, having not a good game because Christian Watson is in and out of the lineup and so on and so forth. So if he's getting, a whole bunch of people involved, no one's gonna know how to scheme against the Packers other than okay, yeah, Josh Jacobs is in the backfield, don't let them rush the ball. So let Jordan Love beat us by his arm, but oh wait, he's already been proven that he's capable of doing that, so pick your poison. And this is a big reason why I had them winning the division. And now Micah making Penei Sewell bitch made is going to push them into conversations of them being an NFC real contender, and it's rather helpful for them that they have all this working in their favor. Ben Johnson's now not with Jared Goff. Those allegations are definitely real because the Lions did not look the same. The Vikings, we just established that they have a handoff merchant, and Kale Williams, even though cool, he looks good in the first half, they don't know how to run trick plays like the Detroit Lions, so they won't be able to be effective with Ben Johnson. So this is their division to lose, and I'm fully confident with Jordan Love at the helm and Micah Parsons in limited snaps is bitching top tackles in the league, basically in rotation minutes. So
well, and credit where credit's due. Credit where credit's due for sure. Because Jules, you obviously had them winning the division. I had them both having the same record, but I went with the Lions. But at this point, with the way the Packers look, them beating the Lions in a pretty convincing fashion in their first game against them, and the Bears look mid and the Vikings look mid. It looks like the Packers are kind of in command very early right now. And credit where credit's due. You had them winning the division, and I think them getting Micah is obviously a huge addition to help with that. And yeah, it looks pretty good right now.
I will say though, either Micah Parsons or Quay Walker need to change their numbers because if I see another commentator call Quay Walker lining up over the center Micah Parsons, I'm gonna go insane. The commentators this week were generationally bad with mixing up players and numbers, and I like JJ Watt was the best commentator of the weekend. Like he's the only one that realized shit. His partner literally, oh well, there's a penalty down there. I think it's on the JJ just chimes in. Actually, I think it's on the defense. Like I'm just sitting here like, are these other commentators watching the game? Because I'm sitting here, I'm like, pretty soon I'm gonna start watching football on mute. I know a lot of people already do because they hate the commentators, but like I have to have that noise. But holy shit, if you're going to get paid to analyze this game and do this, like, pay the fuck attention. When the hell is Micah Parsons going to line up over a fucking center and drop back into cover two? It
No,
should
I mean,
not
I
happen.
think this week the former players did great. Randy Moss had his like prediction thing that he did during the pod where he got like the Justin Jefferson like touchdown, perfectly called that. Tom Brady looked really good, and when he was broadcasting the Giants game, like he was very very poised. JJ Watt looked great. A lot of the former players were definitely the most like solid so
I was
far
gonna say
this week.
Tony Romo's been solid since he's got into the booth. Like it's like sometimes you got to get these old guys out, and we just got to start picking people and putting them in because it's okay. The only guy who didn't play football that's actually solid at doing his job is Jack Collinsworth. Like it's insane to me. But yeah, Green Bay looks great. Detroit needs some work. It's week 1. That's what I got on that one. I don't know. We can bounce around wherever we want. Next in line for me, Jules, you want to talk about what the hell happened and maybe issue an apology to a certain number 13? That
No,
would be
absolutely
that'd
not.
be a really great place to start.
Brock Purdy is not fucking real quarterback, 49ers fans. Get the fuck over it. So this is what we're going to talk about, is that you guys are going to glaze over the fact that Sam Darnold for the first half doesn't look good. He's getting underneath center, and that we're basically running pro I formations like it's fucking 2005.
We
Okay,
love it.
that's
We
fine.
love it.
We love it. That's Clint
Zach
Kubiak
Chardonnay
special.
smash mouth football, hand it to him every time. Fuck it, I'm in.
Absolutely. But this is where I'm going to tell all you 49ers fans you were wrong. Because just like JJ McCarthy ironically did, when
Yep.
Sam Darnold needs to be clutch, he goes and shoots a 12-yard pass to JSN and then a 40-yard pass to JSN to put him into scoring position. What is the biggest problem on the Seattle Seahawks? The offensive line. Abraham Lucas gets bitched by Nick Bosa, and Nick Bosa does what Nick Bosa does. So
I was gonna
that is
say
not on anybody.
you're really picking and choosing there. Like he's also going up against like an elite pass rusher. Like he's not exactly the greatest offensive lineman you guys have ever had. Like,
Now,
but like
no,
you gotta remember
sure,
who he's blocking. Like it's not Penei Sewell, the best right tackle, getting bitch made by Micah Parsons, but it's
right.
you gotta understand you're looking at a top 5, top 6 pass rusher off the edge like that, and a guy who just looked really good.
For sure, but to be fair, he was a non-factor the whole game until he had to clutch up and make a play. So this is the thing, is that out of what was it, like 160 yards or somewhat of Sam Darnold's passing yards, 124 of them went to JSN. When I talk about off screen that he's been wide receiver 1 since DK Metcalf went down last year for an injury, I being 100% for
Mm-hmm.
certain, and he showed that he could do that, and he is doing that. Another main concern is Cooper Kupp, because if he is not being able to do what he was able to do on the Rams, doing all these the H choice route stuff, and him not being able to catch balls, he might be a double fucking agent for them, and we might be in trouble. Like,
I
um,
think the
but
Rams knew what they were doing with this one.
but to also touch on the defense looked spectacular. But let's get Tyreek Woolen in Guantanamo Bay because he's getting mossed by somebody who got almost unalived, and let's leave him where in jail. He does not need to
I
be on
love
my
that
team
you just
anymore.
use TikTok discourse. We're on YouTube, but anyway, I just want to touch on something real quick. Your defense looked real good.
Yes, they looked real good.
Brock Purdy looked pretty good picking it apart to start the game, and then let's not forget the
Two
elephant. Let's
picks.
not forget the elephant in the room, boys. Is CMC really hurt? Like, is CMC really? He's probably
My
hurting
turn,
today, but is he
my
hurt?
turn, ladies and gentlemen, my turn, because oh my goodness gracious, I have been pushing this narrative about Brock Purdy since he came into the league that he is a CMC merchant, and yesterday, of course, he's just getting back, so they played it easy on him, they lightened his load, just kidding, no they did not, at all, not even a little bit, they didn't even try. So
Nope.
what happened They gave CMC 22 carries in his first game back from injury. And on top of that, because Brock Purdy needs his little security blanket, CMC also had 9 catches, which is more than double the person who was second, which was Ricky Pearsall, as Jules was referring to. Ricky had 108 yards yesterday too. Heck of a game.
Mm-hmm.
Probably could have had a lot more if Brock Purdy wasn't such a CMC merchant. But Brock Purdy needs him all the time, whether he's running the football and freeing up the pass game, whether he's the one in the pass game. It's crazy because CMC frees up the run game so that he can be the passing game. CMC is so effective on both sides of like the run and the pass that it allows Brock Purdy to be good at football. Because when he doesn't have that, Brock Purdy is mid. And even yesterday, he had 2 picks, so it's not like Brock Purdy was fantastic. But Brock Purdy needs his security blanket.
Oh, wait. So you two are telling me that if you have a weapon, you're not supposed to use it? Because you're literally explaining right now. You're literally explaining right now that he's mid without CMC, correct? You're explaining that?
Yeah.
So, when you have an elite running back in your backfield, and he's able to open up your pocket, change defensive schemes, and then also on top of it, able to be a receiving. Why are we hating on this? If you don't have one of your top options, of course you're going to look worse. Show me another quarterback that loses the top option is going to look great.
When Josh Allen lost to Stephon Diggs, when Patrick Mahomes lost Tyreek Hill, like, what are we like? This is my problem, right? I couldn't tell yesterday if CMC was a running back or a receiver because Brock Purdy was abusing him.
And he's been doing that his whole career, not just in San Francisco. He's known as a receiving back.
And this is my problem. When Brock Purdy doesn't have him, his play regresses so far back, he doesn't even look like a top 20 quarterback. And yesterday, he didn't even look. I'm not denying
that, but the issue is when CMC is in the backfield, you have to worry about him receiving, so linebackers have to back off and play coverage on that. It's not. You guys are blowing it out of proportion. Purdy isn't elite. He's barely great, but he is good. The issue with it is the fact that if CMC is in the game, Look at what happens, especially, like I said, I don't want to move on to it yet, but Atlanta. Bijan received the hell out of the ball this weekend. Penix looked elite, according to you two, because of Bijan being able to do that and open the pocket and this, that, and the other. You have to understand, when you have an elite running back, and I mean an elite running back, CMC is elite. When he is healthy, when he is on the field, when he is playing, he is elite. But the fact that you guys want to continue to go in this direction of Brock Purdy can't do this without CMC. Yeah, it is a hell of a difference when you have an elite running back in your backfield that gives you more time in the pocket, gives you the ability to look and take more progressions than you normally do. It is a blessing to have. Sure, is it going to be a lot harder for you to be elite as a quarterback when you don't have that option? Yes, but you can't completely disregard what he does when he's on the field and just say he's a CMC merchant, because at the end of the day, you can plug any other quarterback into that system. Tell me they're not going to use Christian McCaffrey. Tell me they're not.
But the difference is you could plug any quarterback into that system and they're going to win a bowl. That's the difference. Because if you take a guy like Lamar and you give him Ricky Pearsall and CMC and like all of the weapons that he has, the main thing is I don't think CMC is going to lead the team in catches because they won't have to spam checkdowns. They'll give it to Ricky Pearsall and they'll give it to him more than 4 times in the game. Ricky Pearsall had 4 catches for over 100 yards. Could you imagine if Brock Purdy was looking towards him instead of looking towards CMC every single play? And my thing is, you talked about Michael Penix as well. The difference is that yesterday the Falcons' run game looked terrible, so Michael Penix had to target him in the pass game because there was no run game. But with CMC yesterday, the run game looked amazing and the pass game looked amazing. And the reason why the pass game looks so well is because of CMC. It's not because of Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy is never. I didn't
think it was because of Brock Purdy. I just said CMC opens your offense. Elite running back opens your offense. I'm not saying that the Bijan and the Gibbs thing didn't suck for their teams yesterday. I'm just saying for the fact that we are calling him a CMC merchant when, A, he's not the play caller. So let's be real. He's not the play caller. So let's be real. Their offensive coordinator is probably the one abusing Christian McCaffrey, which makes us hate Brock Purdy a little more. Because none of us here actually like Brock Purdy.
Well, I don't have a problem with Brock
Then
Purdy.
you have the ability of okay, Christian McCaffrey's running the ball well. Now you have to worry about him receiving the ball. As time progresses this year, we're going to see Brock Purdy open the field more. Why? Because the defense is going to congest down toward the line of scrimmage to account for CMC. So he's going to have a lot more opportunities to take the deep ball. You thought Pearsall's 6 for 100 and whatever it was great this week. Wait till it's 2 or 3 guys putting that up in a game because defensive have to collapse to cover CMC's checkdowns.
But that's kind of my point. I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's going to continue to be CMC has 8 catches, 9 catches, 8 catches, 9
It'll
catches.
be really hard when they're playing cover 2 flat with 4 guys in the 5-yard range,
Brock
and then they're
Purdy
going to
will find him somehow. Brock Purdy's found him his whole career every single year, which is why CMC is such a fantasy glitch. So Brock Purdy will continue to find him. I think the main problem is people are not comparing Brock Purdy enough to Jimmy Garoppolo. This is a conversation we need to have. These are 2 individuals that had a ton of high caliber, high talent players. Were never able to actually get anything done of service, right? They were never able to get a Super Bowl win. They were never able to do anything like that. They can get there off of their high talent, but it's never because of them. But the 49ers are never good because of Brock Purdy. He's never the reason. He can be the exigence of that is always going to be their other talent. He can go ahead and he can maneuver them in the right direction with the help of everybody else, but it's never going to be because of him that they win. And my problem is last year there were 49ers fans that were still saying, "Oh, he's just having a bad season. It's not this is not, your usual Brock Purdy." But the reason is because last year was his worst year because he didn't have CMC. And when CMC eventually retires, because it's probably going to happen relatively soon, if he continues to get injured at this rate and Brock Purdy has to play without CMC, there is going to be problems. I can guarantee it.
As long as they don't develop another receiving back out of the situation by the time he's gone. I'm telling you, like I said, I'm not saying that anyone's going to replace CMC, and I think we spent way too much time on this game. But it's to the fact of, yes, Brock Purdy looks good because of Christian McCaffrey. But there's a lot of quarterbacks that have had elite weapons and elite running backs and elite receivers like that, even elite tight ends, that these quarterbacks could be lower tier quarterbacks, but they look phenomenal because of their weapons, because of their scheme, because of this. I mean, who's to say? Like I said, you guys don't like Brock Purdy like that. Who's to say if Trey Lance never gets hurt and Trey Lance is running this offense? I think Trey Lance was a better quarterback than Brock Purdy. I think what Trey was doing before he got hurt was pretty solid. Who's to say that you can't plug and pick any of the 15 to 30 quarterbacks in the league, maybe even rookies that are on the bench this year that could go in and do what Brock Purdy's doing now? It's a comfortable scheme that works for his game. Purdy's good on his feet. He's really good at checkdowns. Honestly, this is the perfect situation for J.J. McCarthy. But I said, it's one thing to completely slander Purdy and say that he isn't this quarterback, isn't this, isn't that. But again, we have to look at situation of circumstance. Because he has these weapons, why wouldn't he use them? Why wouldn't he play the game this way? That's just kind of where I'm at.
And just to add a final point to that, because I was going to talk about this too. Yesterday, Brian Robinson made his debut for San Francisco. He only had 9 carries, but he averaged more yards per carry than CMC did. Obviously, CMC had a lot higher volume, but it's just more to the fact that maybe B-Rob can help free CMC up more into being that pure receiving back. With Brian Robinson back there, you can kind of give him some more run heavy, hit heavy plays, halfback dives, halfback powers, the things he was doing in Washington. And I think that might be able to help. And then just to finish, I was going to ask Jules, do you think that Charbonnet is the running back 1 for Seattle? Because yesterday, you think so?
Yeah. Yes. That's not even a question.
That's not even a question. Kenneth Walker is overrated, and just like Justin thinks, we should trade him and get something, because this is
just
the
trade
lowest.
Him and Tariq Woolen for receiver 1.
Well, we have JSN.
We have JSN.
This is
we have a slot merchant at receiver 1. Call me Detroit.
Yeah. Cool. He had a better game than your receiver 1, DK Metcalf, who is overrated as fuck. if you want to go swiftly
I
into
would
that
also
game.
like to say that if JSN has a few more games like that, I'm going to start pushing top 10, top 15 conversations because JSN should have already been in those, in my opinion, and he's already looking last year. So.
Oh no, Jules, you took a shot at DK Metcalf. Oh no, let's move on to my team and how I don't care. I want my team to lose. I need them to lose. But somehow, some way, Rodgers, and not Rodgers, Chris Boswell, holy shit, congratulations, setting a new PR for kicking. Lose the
Jules,
damn game. Lose the
Jules, would you like
damn
to talk
game.
about the Jets quarterback?
Jules, just for you and me here, let's do it at the same time here. We both want to say it. The other side of it. Who is it? Who is that quarterback of the Jets? Lean in real nice. I'll come in with you.
Yeah. Justin Fields is
Justin
God.
Fields is God.
Literally. So if we want to talk about probably the other than I think Lamar and Josh Allen as being the best QB duel for the past for their games, this is easily the second. And Justin Fields, when he gets a competent offensive line, when he gets competent receivers, when he's getting at least somewhat for a period of time a defense that can hold stoutly for a period of time, Justin Fields is being able to collectively use his legs and collectively make progression reads as any other quarterback in the league. He's making Garrett Wilson look really good. He was already really good, but that connection obviously still there from my team. And the fact of the matter is that yeah, the fact of the matter is Justin Fields is that guy, and people just need to believe in him and need to give him give him something to work with. Brees Hall looking really good because he's opening up the game for Justin Fields for his running game. Braylon Allen coming in and working in as the power back was actually rather impressive. And then just Justin Fields, it's again on that 4th and goal, him taking the ball out and instinctually going around because everybody thought that I believe it was Brees Hall. No, it was Braylon Allen on that play.
Yeah, it was
And
Braylon
him
Allen.
going in. He's being able to do it. It's just unfortunate that he lost, but this is why I ultimately don't. In certain situations, I don't necessarily say QBs are a QB win is a QB stat because if you're putting up and you're dueling against a first ballot Hall of Famer, and in my opinion, you're out dueling him, there's no I can't just put that loss solely on you.
Well, and just
Retro, I'll let you go real quick, but for
yeah,
everyone watching, we do notes on these for every week that we're doing. My notes literally say, second best game of the week, Rodgers, bleh. Tomlin, bleh. Justin Fields should be my starter. I've never been more certain that Justin Fields, the 5 games that he played for us last year, and what he just did in week 1. Yes, week 1, yes, overreacting, yes, this. Justin Fields looked competent for us last year. Justin Fields goes into, for his sake, a better situation with probably higher caliber weapons, better offensive coordinator, better head coach, better front office, better everything, because fuck, my franchise is really just poverty right now because these guys don't know their ass from a hole in the ground. But anyway, Justin Fields should be the franchise quarterback of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Whoever's in my front office that made this decision to not sign him and go out and get Ashwagandha to Jesus, I need answers because the fact that it was against you guys and we got bailed out by a fucking 60-yard field goal, dude, I need answers because Justin Fields could have been the franchise piece we needed and we could have built around him for the future. Instead, we're going to go into a quarterback blunder next season. I don't give a fuck what we do this year. I really don't. I need Rodgers gone. I need Tomlin gone. I need a rebuild in the worst way because if we can rebuild, especially if we would have had it, it's going to be the biggest what if for me ever is Justin Fields could have been, but I'm not going to get over this, especially if he continues to play this well. I might do unspeakable actions to the Pittsburgh Steelers front office. I'm just saying.
And I want to add about Brees Hall, too, because not only did Brees Hall have over 100 yards rushing, he was also the second leading receiver for the Jets yesterday. Brees Hall was getting involved in that receiving game. I think that's something we'll see a lot I'm happy for the Jets that Breece Hall is back and he looks elite. He looked very, very good. It's only week 1, obviously, but he did look excellent. And I think that another interesting thing is with the Dolphins, whatever that was, and the Patriots looking, pretty mid at the moment. The Jets, low-key, seem like kind of a lock for second place in the division. I think that it would be a good place for them to be at the moment. It's going to be between them and the Patriots, I think, probably. But
Fuck it, let them win the division.
And then outside of that, because we also need to talk about the good old black and gold, there's a few things that I think need to be mentioned. So the first is that A-Rod looks like A-Rod. I think that's very intriguing. And what I think that is going to parlay into is a 9-8 record. I think that the Steelers with A-Rod, will be just good enough to get them to that 9-8, 10-7 spot. The Mike Tomlin perfect spot that he loves to be in. Might get a wild card berth maybe. But I think that's probably where they will end up. I think that Chris Boswell yesterday kind of proved definitively he's a top 5, maybe even top 3 kicker in the league. He just has that clutch factor, the ability to make those kicks in big moments. Obviously, the Steelers' defense didn't look particularly ideal. However, Jalen Ramsey looked elite yesterday. Jalen Ramsey looked nasty. He was strapping people like Justin just said. He was laying the boom on people. He looked great. That being said, I still don't know if it's going to be as big as having Minka, but I think that Jalen still looks really, really good. And it makes the Steelers look better for that trade for sure. I think that it'll just be intriguing to see if A-Rod can keep up this level of play, honestly.
Especially as bad as the Miami defense actually looked yesterday, and Minka kind of being just, like, there for that game. Like, or not yesterday, Sunday, but, like, yeah, I was shocked. I think I said it immediately after the first half. I was like, holy fuck, Ramsey's back. And you guys were like, what? And then you tuned into it, Retro, and you were like, whoa, this is different. And then that stretch down the line of don't come my way, like, and the attitude he was given. Jules, I know you're going to hate this comparison, but he was looking like prime Richard Sherman out there. He was saying, no, don't come my way. He was, no, seriously though, think about it. Like, not like actual play style, but like,
I know.
don't come my way. He was bitching receivers, you can't come this way. Any run play his direction, he was getting down and cracking that. Like, it's like the last 5 years of his career never happened. Like, it's insane. I don't understand. I'm okay with it for now, but I think Minka not being in our secondary is going to hurt us more in the long run. For right now, that is the only part of the Steelers I'm going to enjoy. I'm going to enjoy the ride of seeing Jalen Ramsey back in prime form.
And enjoy the ride of going 9-8.
Shut. Well, you know what, Jules? You got anything else to say about this, bro? Let's move on to nasty narratives of the day. We can call that segment, bro. Let's just move right on to it, bro. I'm over this.
I agree.
Washington, New York. I literally don't give a shit about this game. Here's what I got for you, Retro. JD5 was good. Bill was good. Defense was good. Move on. You played the Giants.
Okay. Let's talk, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody look at me in the eyes. I'm looking at you right now. Deebo Samuel is a top 10 wide receiver 2 in the league and is going to have at least 1,000 yards this year.
Did you say top 10 receiver 2? Top 10 receiver 2. Do you know what that makes him ranked in the league if your calculations are there? Do you know there's 32? Hold on, no, we're going to go over this. There's 32 teams. Every team has a receiver 1. Even if you're Green Bay, Romeo Doubs is still your receiver 1. That's 32. Plus he's top 10. So let's actually just go into this. So what you're telling me is that Deebo's a top 40 receiver in the league, but nowhere, anywhere close to over 35.
He's better than a few wide receiver 1s in the league.
He's better.
If we're gonna be for real, he's better than a few wide receiver 1s in the league. I'd rather have him than Dobbs. All I'm saying is this. Said before the year that Deebo Samuel was going to have 1,000 yards this year, and Deebo in this game showed out. 77 yards on 7 catches. He was our primary receiver. He had 19 rushing yards and a touchdown on one carry. Debo was all over the field, which made me very, very happy as a person who is a big Debo guy. He's currently on pace for over 1,300 receiving yards. All I need him is to get is 1,000, just so I can be proven correct, because I am, in fact, the greatest football predictor of all time.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Okay. So,
then,
hey,
that's
retro, that's great and all, but we got to talk about Miami and Indy. That's just the way it's got to go. I'm
we're not
sorry.
done yet, so I'm going to continue. Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt, a.k.a. Bill, 82 yards and a touchdown on 10 carries, was ranked as PFF's #1 rusher this week, just to add on to the cake of Washington. Now, I will say there were some negatives, absolutely. So that now I will get to the negatives of my football team. So this week, Scary Terry had a pretty slow game. I think it was kind of weird. All of the wide receiver ones in the NFC East did. AJ Brown, CeeDee Lamb, Malik Neighbors, like all of them had slow games, except for CeeDee, because in the second half, CeeDee looked really good. Washington's O-line looked a lot better, but we had so many penalties, man, and that hurt a lot. Also, Marshawn Lattimore is now an elite corner again. If anybody's interested, Marshawn Lattimore is 100% back to form. Strapped up Malik Neighbors, put him in a straitjacket, just kept him there, sitting there. And then outside of that, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to cover. Oh, Josh Connerly Jr. got kind of destroyed by Brian Burns, so hopefully that gets fixed. And then, yeah, outside of that, the Giants suck. I mean, that's kind of a given. And their O-line looks terrible. So, as kind of a last message, for all of the Giants fans that unironically thought you guys were going to beat us week 1, yeah, bro, chalk it. You guys are going like 3 wins this year. Have fun.
Are we good
All
now?
right. Yeah. So
All right,
yeah.
cool.
Can we finally wake up from the most mid game this fucking week? Can we actually
No
talk about
one.
the
The
most
only reason
interesting?
you care
No,
is because it was your
no.
team. It's just
Yeah.
foul.
It's and let's talk about the real game of the week. Let's talk about the Indy Miami game with Daniel Jones being an MVP. So let's talk about how Daniel Jones is the first quarterback in NFL history to score in his first 7 possessions, not just in debut, but just ever. No one has ever done that. Like I was definitely a little wrong when it comes to Miami. I think they were a little bit of ahead, in terms of my expectations. But holy shit, does Tua look fucking bad? Oh
I would
my
like to take
god.
credit. I hit the nail on the head with this. I said Miami would win 2 games before the start of the season. I said Miami was a disaster. They absolutely are. Miami looks absolutely horrendous. I think Tua is done after this year. I think they're going to get rid of him. I think
This
this is
year, Tua's done
yeah.
after this week. If he
Yeah,
starts
I mean,
next,
honestly.
if he starts next week, we're gonna have more questions than we already have. That was pathetic.
No, for sure.
Fucking pathetic. You got outplayed by the Danny Dimes fucking Colts. Are
Well,
you kidding
This
me?
is my Colts. This is my team.
yeah,
We
true.
bleed blue type
Dude,
shit.
honestly, listen. I'll say this. I think Tyreek's going to be traded. I think Mike McDaniel's going to be fired. I think this is going to get blown up. I think they're done. But as far as Indy, I actually thought like Indy. I've always said that I think that I didn't think Indy was going to be good, but they have a good roster. Like the quarterback situation's a problem, but outside of that, I think they actually have good weapons.
Here
So
comes
obviously,
more Jonathan Taylor glaze.
well, Jonathan Taylor's obviously a big part of it. Tyler Warren looked amazing in his first week this
Phenomenal.
week. Fantastic, yeah. And then also rookie DJ Giddens this week. He had 12 carries for 41 yards. Like they immediately have like a really good running back too as a rookie now, right behind Jonathan Taylor. So their running room looks really, really good too. Josh Downs looked like really bad though. I don't know. He only had 2 catches for 12 yards. He was kind of like not there. But I mean, that doesn't really matter. Tyler Warren will make up for that, I think.
Warren will
I
make up
actually
for it. Pittman will make up for it.
right, exactly.
Pittman looked pretty solid, I can't lie, from being
He did.
absolutely non-existent last year and even arguably the last 2 years. Like he was he had good footwork. He was creating a lot of separation. I mean, dare I say it, Daniel Jones actually put the ball in the right spots to make him look. What?
He
We're
did.
living in this is a simulation. This is a simulation.
Indianapolis actually looked like a good football team,
Well,
and
they looked like a football team.
I think they looked like a good football team.
They
dropped
looked
30
like they were
points.
playing against the fucking 10-year-old team that plays down the street on Saturday mornings, bro. What do
Well,
we?
I mean, that is a fair point. That is a fair point. But I'm kind of buying into it a little bit. I have always thought their roster was good. They just needed a
Yeah.
push start. And Daniel Jones made the playoffs before, so
The D3
Yeah, I agree.
Wisconsin Whitewater national champions could beat the Dolphins right now. I'm convinced.
But moving on, another game I think we should definitely talk about, Atlanta and Tampa Bay. Like,
I want to kick this one off. Emphasis on the kick. Young Ho Koo should never have a job again. You just spoiled the coming out party for Michael Penix. I was wrong about Michael Penix. I was wrong. I'm sorry. I was wrong. Young Ho Koo sold. And my only other thing about this game is Emeka Mbuga's winning Rookie of the Year. Because if we're using retro numbers and retro logic here, he's on pace for 32 touchdowns. I mean, I'm just saying. Just saying.
hey,
If we're just gonna take what you did in week 1 and multiply it by 16, he's gonna lead the league in touchdowns. He's gonna lead the league in rookie receiving yards. He might lead the league in receiving yards. We don't know yet. I don't know. But if we're gonna take your logic on Deebo Samuel being fucking good, trash, garbage, he'll be fat by week 6. I'm still calling that. He can join our podcast. Everyone says we're the big O line. He can be a part of it. But I'm just saying, Emeka Mbuga will win Rookie of the Year by your logic, and he will break the rookie record for touchdowns. He will.
Yeah, I mean, he's
be
certainly a
unbelievable.
candidate. No, for sure, he's certainly a candidate. He had less yards than Bill did, so I think that's something to keep in mind. Because Bill is 100% in offensive rookie of the year conversations right now. But I think Emeka Egbuka is certainly in that conversation. He looked amazing. I'm not surprised. OSU receivers typically do this thing where they come to the league and are just really good. That's typically how that works.
It's amazing he looked good when Baker looked like dog shit.
Well, and I think that this also brings up another thing. I think that this might be the end of Mike Evans' 1,000-yard streak, because if Emeka Egbuka looks this good, and when Chris Godwin comes back, and they've got all these weapons, I don't. Mike Evans last year literally just barely scraped over that mark. And I feel like now that Emeka Egbuka and it looks as good as he does, and Chris Godwin will be coming back, I think that is going to be a hard thing for him to do. I think another thing that was interesting yesterday was Bucky Irving looked really mid. He had 14 carries for 37 yards. He didn't look like the Bucky Irving we saw last year.
To be fair, Atlanta's defense, actually, same thing as Green Bay. Their front seven locked that shit down, because we talked about Bijan's an elite running back. Bijan is a top 3 running back in the league. We've talked about this. He's probably 3rd behind the top 2 big guys, if not 4th. Yeah, exactly. He's interchangeable with
Ja.
Yeah. So, but the thing with it is Atlanta, dude. Like, we talked about Atlanta being like that middle 500 team. They could kind of maybe compete for the division. Bro, this is not what we expected in the slightest. We did not expect their defense. No, you didn't expect their defense to look this good, because you couldn't get the ball across the line of scrimmage on the ground unless you were Baker running for your life at the last second. I
said Atlanta would tie with the Buccaneers for the division. I said that Atlanta was just as good. I had Tampa edging out the division, which I think they will.
Just hope they don't have to kick game-winning field goals.
Yeah, I mean, and that there's but and again, I had Tampa winning, but I think that Atlanta is just as good of a team. I was always huge on Penix, and speaking of, Kyle Pitts season, baby, Kyle Pitts season. Kyle Pitts had 7 catches for 59 yards. Kyle Pitts is back. He just needed a quarterback to utilize him.
He just tied his 2024 in stats.
Yeah, basically, right? But now that he's got a quarterback that will actually utilize him, I think it's going to be really good.
Yeah, he'll be back. He'll be back in a cell under the jail for fantasy owners by week 3.
Get him
now. One note that I did say in this is that I find it a little ironic that in college Michael Penix was more known when he was at UW as just being a pocket presence. He's creating plays on his legs, and I think that's the most underrated trait when it comes about him. And for him with that almost that touchdown that he made, diving his arm over was incredible. They have something special, and I called it when they drafted him that was the right pick because I never believed in Kirk Cousins. Everybody clowned me on it, and now I look like a genius. So I was right there. Also, another note that I had is that out of everybody, out of all the other QB duels, dog, I'm telling you, Baker and Michael were throwing piss missiles. I guarantee you, they were throwing them motherfuckers hard as shit. I knew that
Dude,
Baker
I
had an
told
arm.
you at the
Michael Penix.
I told you at the beginning of the podcast, dude, I've never seen footballs thrown fucking harder in my life. This week, quarterbacks were humming that bitch. Penix was throwing like a Roldis Chapman off the mound. He was humming that ball. Baker, even out of the sidearm tunnel, his poor elbow, dude. I don't know what it is this year, dude. I want a stat cast of how hard quarterbacks are throwing the ball. Because they were everything, just piss missiles.
Y'all were talking
piss
about
missiles.
Michael Penix and UW as well. Obviously, I watch a lot of college football. So the best tape that you can find for his scrambling ability was not at UW, but at Indiana. When Michael Penix was playing at Indiana, he brought a poverty program up into the top 10. And the reason for that is not just because of his arm, but he was making big plays with his legs. Michael Penix has obviously had a lot of injury problems, but when Michael Penix was fresh coming into Indiana, I mean, he was nasty. And we're kind of seeing that return to form now that he's in the NFL. He's got trainers, he's got people that can help him take care of his body really well. And now that he has that, he's kind of able to tap into every part of his game. And yeah, he looks incredible.
Yeah, I think that this is going to be a very close division race if Michael Penix is up there. And to be honest with you, I do have some concerns with Raheem Morris and some of the game clock management near like in critical situations. I noted that for as well. And that was something that he was kind of like not known for, but like he had some defensive personnel issues when I believe he was on the Rams. So that's something to where I don't think this defense is going to maintain because I think they are slowly dwindled down. But I do think that the Falcons are a legitimate team going forward for sure.
That's fair. I mean, it's going to be interesting to watch their season. You guys,
and personally, I would love to see them in the playoffs because watching Michael Penix in the playoffs would be a joy. I think.
You guys good with this game? Because like I want to try and move us along. There's just a couple talking points I'd like to get to about miscellaneous games throughout the rest of the slate. I'll just start with the first one I have here. It's from Dallas and Philly, dude. Is CD going to continue to just lead the league and drop catches or drop balls? Like, it's kind of concerning. Like, you can say Dak missed him on a couple throws, but like the ones that we talked about specifically, if you get two hands to a ball as a receiver with nobody touching you, you have to catch that ball. And CD has led the league in drop balls for just too long. I mean, I thought Dak looked really good, and that was that. I'll let you guys hit on it in a second. I just want to bring up another one. LV, Gino in a new place looked pretty solid. Can't lie.
Don't remind me.
Sorry, Jules, can't. I literally have my note. I'll leave GNT alone this week. His play spoke for himself for me. This one, Pat's underperformed. Another one I'd like to hit on is just quickly on Carolina Jacksonville is Trevor back? I think the answer is no, but like he looked pretty solid. But again, he was playing Carolina. And then Travis Bubble Screen Hunter, and then moving on to the Tennessee game.
Real quick, I need to also publicly take the L. I said that the Carolina Panthers would be 9-8. I said Bryce Young would be good this year. I would like to publicly apologize. I was wrong. The Panthers suck, and so does Bryce Young. I thought maybe.
Yep. I feel really bad for Tet because even with Bryce Young at quarterback, even with Bryce at quarterback, he still got his. And then the last one I want to touch on that you guys can go at is the Tennessee-Denver game. Cam Ward, fucking elite. Bo has to be smarter with the ball in his hands, and Chimere DK might be the best special teams guy in the league.
Did you just say Cam Ward elite?
Cam Ward elite.
I was no, so
elite.
I do want to touch on that. So quickly, CD needs to grow another set of hands because he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. If we're apologizing, I won't apologize for the Brock Purdy thing. I apologize to the Los Angeles Chargers organization because Justin Herbert is, I think, most notably out of spite, doing what he needs to do to win because Jim Harbaugh will still and forever be a cheating loser, and Justin Herbert needs to break those allegations of being capped, and he
He's so
effectively took
fucking
that.
good. He's so good. He's
So
good.
so I publicly apologize to them, but Justin Herbert, you're awesome. Cincy and Cleveland, the Joe
The piss
Burrow,
break game.
piss break game. I almost called it right, even though I took the L on picking Cleveland. Joe Burrow just doesn't play good against Cleveland. I don't know what that is. He did not look. Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah, it just did
He's
not
not
look
a week
well.
one quarterback. Nope.
Yeah. So I will take that.
Next week, tune in where he throws immediately for 400 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Generational game next week. Just watch.
Yeah, right. Just going absolute bonkers. Vegas and the Patriots. Geno Smith. I'm so glad that you're doing Geno things somewhere else. They're utilizing you. But I will be concerned if you start to get these Brock Bowers merchant conversations. But we can get to that.
All his no-name targets. Don't just put it up.
But majority of the time,
I
you got the
agree, but
target
he
share
shared
and all
the
this kind of
sugar
stuff.
real nicely. I can't lie. Geno looked good.
Geno looked good. Geno looked good. Arizona and New Orleans was kind of a mid game. Shout out to Marvin Harrison. I think this is going to be his redemption tour, and everybody's just sitting here and watching. Carolina and Jacksonville.
AZ New Orleans. My note literally says game was as bad as the Saints jerseys were. Shout out Maserati Marsh.
Yeah. Carolina and Jacksonville. That was fucking horrible. What's
Travis Bubble Screen Hunter, baby.
Yeah,
it's a thing.
What's going to be considered now is that now Tank Bigsby is now a Philadelphia Eagle. Is that even though ETN looked really, really good, that might hinder him because I think that 1-2 punch helped him a lot, and now he's going to be like the sole back because I don't even know who their like backup of Tank Bigsby was, so that might be a little bit concerning going forward. And T-Law, I just don't think he'll break the allegations. I don't think he's it for them. For the Tennessee and Denver game, I wouldn't say Cam Ward is elite, but he did really, really good for my expectations. And Bo Nix, I was right nailing the money. Is that even though they won this game, he's going to have a sophomore slump. You can't convince me otherwise. He did not look good in that game, and that's going to be a big red flag for him going forward. And then Houston and the Rams, CJ Stroud. I'm so sorry that the yet another organization, because you came from Ohio State, doesn't care about your offensive line, and you just basically have to be eaten up considerably by the defense. And you basically were running for your life the whole time. I might be wrong about Houston because if CJ Stroud looks like that and that offensive line looks like that, they might be.
They're in trouble.
This might be. They're in trouble in Indy if they look this good going throughout the season. That they might be in consideration.
I will say if there's two teams that do need to hit the panic button, it's Denver and Houston. Those two need to hit the panic button.
I would also like to add for the record that I don't think Cam Ward looked elite. I don't even think Cam Ward looked that good. I think he was okay. I wasn't impressed by almost anything that I saw out of him, but I don't know. We'll have to see. As far as the Broncos, I would again like to apologize because I had the Broncos at 13 wins and second in their division. That was a lie. I lied directly to all of you, and again, I apologize.
I think we all did.
I thought, I was like, hey, listen, new look Broncos defense. And listen, the Broncos defense did look really good. What didn't look good was their offense. I was kind of thinking, I don't know, maybe Bo Nix elevates a little bit. No. Basically staying at around the same. Maybe even a little worse than last year. Like just taking from week 1, we'll have to see what happens for the rest of the year. But I think that the Broncos looked very bad, and yeah, it could be an early panic button.
Yeah.
And especially with the Chargers and Chiefs in your division.
And then I guess the biggest takeaway from week 1 for me out of all the games isn't even a game stat, is Jerry Jones fucked up. Jerry Jones fucked up.
I don't know. I still think they won the trade, but we'll see. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think Micah wanted to be there, and they got a run stopper in Kenny Clark.
I don't even think Micah has to do anything on Green Bay, and Green Bay is going to look better. That's what's crazy to me. He could just stand on the field, and the rest of their defense is going to take care of it. It's kind of
the thing is with Saquon didn't have a crazy game by any stretch, and I think a big reason for that was because of the run stopping power that Kenny Clark provides.
For sure. But Justin, say it with me again. Micah has
talent, muscles, epidural,
gravity.
Yeah, his gravitational pull to make a line. Listen. I went back and watched just the clips of it. I just don't understand what the hell happened to Penei Sewell in the offseason, dude.
Micah is gonna win DPOY, so.
Man, bro.
That's literally the reason why.
Literally, all I could see while watching Micah Parsons run at Penei Sewell was, she don't want a puppy, she wants a big dog. And I was like, Micah is just, it didn't matter. On a stunt, on a just straight run. Oh my God, he was so
and also, we need to hear this. Very, very important. I understand you play for the Browns, and because of that, no one ever talks about you. But shout out Myles Garrett, man, because holy cow, what a game! Like
that was disgusting. 3 sacks in 3 straight plays. That was unbelievable.
Myles Garrett is stupid, man. He's just so good.
I mean, to be fair, he's rushing at Swiss cheese.
Yeah, but I mean, Myles Garrett.
I get it, 3 sacks, unheard of numbers, but again, we talk about 33rd ranked defenses, they might have the 45th ranked offensive line.
But like you and I know that Myles Garrett could rush at the best pass rusher in the league and get past him. It's just Myles Garrett is different.
I don't know. Let's see what he does. I would love to see him run at Penei Sewell the way
I guarantee you, if
holy hell, dude, like I said, it baffles me. Like, Micah must have hated being in Dallas, because that was just.
Or he's on PEDs.
Oh God. Okay. So Justin, you got our new favorite segment, or Keep 3 Cut 5?
I absolutely do.
Yo, Jules, today we're gonna work as a team, and we're gonna do this.
I don't know about that.
If you sell me on this shit again, Retro, and
I will tell you right now,
take Ray Lewis,
one of these categories is absolutely
God.
nasty for you guys.
Hey, listen. We last week with the linebackers, we were in between a rock and a hard place. Okay, either we would have had to cut Derek Brooks, and imagine he brings up some random middle linebacker, and then we're just chopped.
I'm gonna tell you right now, one of these is 100% here for you guys to get rage baited at each other. The third category is all-time NFC East. So Retro's gonna want to push that. Retro's gonna want to push nasty narratives.
I'm from Philly, so like I can push some shit too.
Yeah, but he's a Commander.
Jules and I are
fan,
gonna be a team, and we're gonna do good this week. It's gonna be great.
What are we doing here? Why are we going crazy?
I just hope you don't push no Santana Moss shit like you did last week.
Santana Moss deserves to be pushing narratives. He's goaded.
Hello? Are we good?
No.
Did we just fully
not at all.
corrupt?
Yes.
Not at all.
I don't know what just happened.
Yeah, let's hear it, Justin.
Hello? Am I good?
Hello. Yeah, you're good.
You're cool. All right. So we're gonna start off with one that's kind of whatever. It is what it is, but I have active receivers.
Wi-Fi, brother.
The Wi-Fi scuffed.
I think I'm tweaking. Did you guys hear me?
If you need to leave and come back, that's fine. But the Keep 3 Cut 5 I think it's going to be a definite segment that we need to start to continue to do. You're out. Oh, there we go.
All
There
right.
we go. What's up,
All
Josh?
right. Yeah.
You
All right.
good?
I don't know. I don't know what just happened. It was like a cloud of something came over. But anyway, first one's active receivers.
Okay, yeah, okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. That's
I
not
already
bad.
know where this is gonna go. This is gonna piss me the fuck off.
Oh.
I already know. I already know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the first one is Debo Samuel.
Oh, we can cut him.
We can cut him.
We can
Yeah.
cut him. Okay. Devonta Smith.
We can. Ooh, wait. Jules, the problem is he could go the thing is he could just go only wide receiver 2s. He could go wide receiver 1s and 2s. Like Devontae Smith is probably the second best wide receiver 2 in the league behind T. Higgins, but like at the same time, he's also going to be behind like 15 wide receiver 1s. So
Well, I always believe you need a wide receiver too, so I'm fair
okay.
with keeping him.
I'm good with that. I'm good with that.
What just happened?
I'm okay with that.
There is something going on right now, and I'm not okay with it. My whole internet just kind of just turned off and turned back on.
Bro got DDoS.
Literally. I can't.
You good now though?
No, you guys can hear me, but like I'm trying to go through files and stuff right now, like to have this shit up, and it said it's just like, oh, reloading. Sick. All right, we're here. All right, so what did we do there?
We're keeping.
All right, so we cut Debo, and we keep Devontae Smith. JSN.
Yep.
I mean, it just depends on what he pulls out. Like,
I
I don't hate. I'm
I'm-
fine keeping JSN.
I'm actually fine cutting him.
Okay. All right. Okay, we can go with that. That's fine.
I'm fine cutting him.
JSN.
We already have one keep. We got to be careful.
All right.
Yeah.
So next is the 1,000-yard merchant.
Oh man. What do we do with Mike Evans?
I'm fine cutting him.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I can live with that. We still have 2 keeps and 2 cuts, so I can live with that.
Yeah.
Next one is the actual best receiver on the Miami Dolphins, Jalen Waddle.
Gotta cut him.
Gotta cut him.
Gotta cut him. Next, I can only assume is going to be a keep because of where this is heading. T. Higgins.
Dude, I feel
I'm
like
not-
we have to.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah. I mean, he's better than a lot of wide receiver 1s, so I don't hate that.
Yeah.
We'll just see that. It's Higgins and Devontae.
Keep.
So we have 1 keep and 1 cut. Okay.
Nico Collins.
I mean, we
He-
have to, right?
Well, he gets hurt a lot. So in the production that he is in there, it's definitely good. But
Jules, can you just repeat the first part of what you just said?
that he in the production that he gets,
He gets hurt a lot.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So he's gonna have an injury-prone receiver.
That's funny.
Well, he is a bitch again guy, so I can push this. And I don't want a bitch again guy on my team, so I'm.
Dude, I mean, and I always thought Nico was overrated. I feel like Tank Dell's better if he could just play.
Facts.
I'm okay cutting Nico.
Cutting Nico Collins. All right. So for this set of active receivers, we cut Debo, we cut JSN, we cut Mike Evans, we cut Jalen Waddle, and we cut Nico Collins to keep Devonta Smith, T. Higgins, and Chris Olave.
I mean, it could be worse, honestly.
Yeah, it's not horrible.
Olave is really good. I think he's underrated because he plays for the Saints. Like,
yeah, and he's an Ohio State wide receiver, so I am taking him over Nico every day of the week.
All right.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, it could have been worse. There's a lot worse we could have done there.
So for this next one, I'm going to tell you that I believe I'm going to be a little nicer here and just tell you so you don't have to be so skeptical. I believe for this one, I left the top 5 guys out of this, just to make it seem a little nastier on where you rank this.
Okay.
2000s running backs.
Oh
Okay.
god. Oh god.
Okay.
All right, so
Uh,
to start it off, I have Jerome Bettis.
I would keep. That's an immediate keep for me.
Lead the way then.
Okay.
All right.
He's a Hall of Famer, the boss. Give me Jerome.
Next up is Eddie George.
I don't know.
Why we should have. I'm keeping Eddie George. Eddie George is my guy.
But like, oh man. Okay, all right, we'll go with Eddie George. We'll keep him. Wait, listen, he's really good too, I guess.
Next is Amon Green.
We can cut him on Green.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can.
Next is Deuce McAllister.
We can cut him.
Probably
Yeah,
a name you guys haven't heard in a long ass time.
Shout out Deuce McAllister.
Shout out Deuce and Chris McAllister, by the way.
Yeah. The original. I'm gonna say this very, very nichely. The original Derrick Henry. This is very, very quoted. This is great value, Derrick Henry. This is Brandon Jacobs.
Oh, I thought you were going somewhere else. I was like,
I'm okay cutting.
yeah, I'm okay.
Only one keep left. We have 2 cuts and 1 keep.
Marion Barber III.
I'm okay cutting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Edgerrin James.
I would keep.
I would keep as well.
Okay.
Well, yeah. Well,
Dude, because the thing is, Edgerrin James is another Hall of Famer type guy, and I feel
Well,
like it's
if it's my guy in the last one, I'm going to crash out. I'm going to fucking crash out. But
So
yeah, go ahead, Justin.
we're keeping Edgerrin James?
I
Yeah.
feel like because we're basically perfect. Even if this last guy is really good, we still have done almost perfect here, I think.
And the last guy is Sean. Just kidding, it's not.
I was gonna fucking say. Okay.
You're right, it's somebody way better. Ricky Williams was your cut.
Thank fucking God.
To be honest with you, I think we did really good.
Yeah, I think that was
I think that was
perfect.
really good.
I think that was really good.
Here's where I think World War IV starts.
NFC East.
All-time NFC East.
Okay.
And this is regardless of position, just like
Absolutely.
all-time play. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
regardless of position.
I'm gonna put an all-time division in every week.
W.
Oh boy. Okay.
One of these players is not like the other. That's all I'm gonna say.
What do you? Oh, regardless of position. Oh,
Number 1 is DeMarcus Ware.
I want to say cut.
I'm cutting.
Yeah.
We're cutting DeMarcus Ware. Okay. Brian Dawkins.
That's an instant
Gotta
keep.
keep Weapon X, right? Yeah.
Terrell Owens.
Gotta keep him too.
Well,
that's a top 3 receiver all time. I don't think there's any
well,
way.
what's his? This is obviously the 04 year, but what was his stats?
Wait, hold on. We're not gonna skip over what he just said. We're not gonna act like Jerry Rice or Randy. What? T.O.?
Rice Moss, T.O. Yeah.
Okay.
But what was he doing in Dallas? I don't know his Dallas years like that.
I think he was
Eating
good.
popcorn.
I think he was good in Dallas. He wasn't like amazing, but on the Eagles, like his peaks were probably the 49ers and the Eagles. I would say.
Yeah, I would.
But the thing is, he's played for 2 NFC East teams. I feel like he probably deserves. And again, he's the 3rd greatest receiver ever. It's going to be hard not to, to leave.
Yeah, but again, it's NFC East, so like we can. Yeah, he does play for 2 teams, but one is for a season, the other is for 3.
So hard Eagles.
Oh wait, no. I would. Yeah, no. I would keep.
Keep Terrell Owens. All right.
I'm fine with that.
Here's where I get the clip I really want, and I get to get Retro saying that he's not
The thing
elite.
is, we only have one keep left, so
You're right,
it's
but
gotta
this is elite because now I get to get Retro saying that this guy's not elite according to his division. So it's pretty great. Terry McLaurin.
He's not. It's a cut. It's a cut.
No, he is a cut. It's just mean of you to say you're foul for doing that because
you think that's foul?
in like 10 years
that's foul?
Will be a keep. Okay, so
next on the list, the number 5 man, Clinton Portis.
Why are you making me like? The thing is, I could make an argument for Clinton Portis, but I won't. I think you could do it.
Face, dude.
No, because Clinton Portis had a Hall of Fame career, but I won't because there are too many really good NFC East players to make the argument. That's the thing because he could literally pull out a Dion right now. Like he like there's so many he could pull out Sean Taylor. He could pull out Sean Taylor and I'd be like, yeah, I'd rather have him.
I'd rather have Clinton Portis and Sean Taylor, bro. I'm not
I'd
gonna.
rather have Sean Taylor than Clinton Portis.
So we're cutting both Redskin commanders just so we're cool. All right, good.
Yes, that's what we're doing. You that was foul, and I don't appreciate that.
Wait till we get to the NFC West.
Oh yeah, actually, you know what? That's a fair point.
It's so fun. Next on the list is Michael Strahan.
Oh man, dude. Oh, how many keeps? We have one keep left. How many
you have one keep.
How many cuts?
You have 3 players left. Michael Strahan and 2 more.
Yo, I would, dude. He's like the East dude. He's so good.
No, it's a cut.
Really?
Yeah,
with his Super Bowl performances and.
Yeah, well, I again, because even though I'm a fan of the Hawks, I'm from Philly. I know the NFC East rather well. I'm cutting Michael Strahan.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow your lead on this, but don't lead me astray.
Now, just remember, I'm going to say this guy's name, but there's another guy after him. Okay, just want to be clear.
Yep.
Deion Sanders.
Yes. Give me Deion.
No.
Give me Deion now.
Hey, Retro. Now. Who's the other pass rusher who played in the NFC East? Who's arguably the best of all time? You rather have Deion than Reggie White.
Cowboys Deion. Yes.
You rather have Cowboys Deion than Reggie White.
Yes. I would. And I know he's going to pull out Reggie White. I'd rather have Cowboys Deion.
Yeah, imagine him pull out some shit like Michael Vick. Yeah.
So we're keeping Deion?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, so like I said, the all-time ones are going to be nasty because I don't know if, well, besides leaving out the Redskins players, I don't think you can go wrong with anybody here. So, we cut DeMarcus Ware, we cut Terry McLaurin, we cut Clinton Portis, where they belong, we cut Michael Strahan, we kept Brian Dawkins, we kept Terrell Owens, we kept Deion.
We're doing great.
And we cut Lawrence Taylor.
You are a dumb fuck, Retro. You're a dumb fuck. Reggie White. I didn't even say Lawrence Taylor. That's the other one.
No, once you said Reggie White, I had Reggie White in here, but I was like, I have to take him out and add in another Redskin because.
That's fair.
Yes, I would like to say, for the record, that Deion is the greatest corner of all time, and LT is the greatest edge of all time. So to be fair,
I think I'll tell you right now, if I were you guys, what I would have done, and I know I baited this out very well, is keeping Dawkins is fine because I would have kept Dawkins. The 4 I would have kept out of these are Dawkins, Strahan, Sanders, and Taylor. If you had to cut one of them, but there's no way you're going to cut all the way down to the last 3. So. But the
thing is, I think we did really good there because
keeping T.O.'s probably your worst keep.
Yeah,
no, T.O.'s a keep,
but I think he's your worst keep.
I would obviously substitute T.O. with LT, but
because I'll be honest, the 2 Redskins commanders are the worst players on the list.
Sure,
and then DeMarcus Ware, and then you have your arguments for the rest.
Right, but that's the thing. I think the Dawkins keep is fine. I'm cool with keeping Dion as well. They're both fine with me. I'm cool with To, but LT would have been better. But like outside of that, I think we did really good. Like that was still a really good like blind ranking. You do as good as you can.
So yeah, that's this week's pick 3, cut 5. Jules, you
I'd
wanna
say that went well.
give everybody the update on our pick'em from
Yeah.
last week?
Keep it up.
Yeah, so Retro, you need to relax. So Retro leads with our pick'em with 11-5 going this past week. And Justin and myself are both 9-7, so everybody's over 500. So we don't have nobody that sub 500 that we're the name of the podcast. We don't know ball. Clearly, we all know ball somehow. So it's funny.
I was say, like, people can say it all the time. Is like, my biggest takes. I'm gonna shoot for the moon. If they don't land, oh well, he just said something that was outlandish. But when they land, I look like a fucking genius. Like, that's just what it is. If you have a mediocre take, dude, like, cool, grass is green. Like when we talk about it, oh cool, it's like grass is green. I don't give a fuck if grass is green. I'm trying to see if I can make grass purple. Like I'm trying to see. I'm trying to see if I can make the insane look truthful.
Let them know, bro. Let them
So,
know.
like, it's just fun. Like, yeah, cool. We can have our points and argue this, that, and the other. Like I said, a lot of people that watch basketball are going to think that Jason Tatum's better than Jaylen Brown. They'd be wrong. But, like, that's just the way it is. But, yeah, so Retro's
Just
got
throwing
us
that
by...
out there is just fucking stupid. But anyways, go ahead.
Retro's got us by 2 games. So, we're going to move on in, and Jules, if you could type them out for picks as we go through. Retro, by the way, I'm really, really, really trying to get tickets to this game on Thursday. I'm really trying. I want to go so bad. First up, we got Washington at Green Bay.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to go to that, to be honest with you.
Why not?
I'm not looking forward to that game.
Yeah, I wouldn't either if I was you. I mean, we could
and
argue the way Micah made that defense.
Yeah.
Oh, Retro. I mean,
no, I know. We have to play.
No, Retro. I'm going to say this from a place of love, and I really don't want you to hate me for it. But like the way Micah made that defense look, I really hope JD5 don't turn into RG3. That's all I gotta say.
Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, hold on. We had to play Micah Parsons twice a year for the last few years. Okay.
In Dallas.
Yeah. So it's
Anyway.
Okay.
So all right. Well, let's go through it. Jules, who you got?
I got Green Bay.
Retro.
I got Green Bay.
Fine. I'll stand on business for you. Give me Washington.
Yeah. Thank you.
Moving into Sunday matchups, we got Jacksonville at Cincinnati.
Give me Cincy.
Yeah, I got Cincy as well.
All right, clean sweep there, real easy. New York Giants at Dallas Cowboys.
I got Dallas.
Dallas. They own them.
Dallas. What could be game of the week? Chicago at Detroit.
It's not going to be game of the week.
Fucking mid-off.
It's a mid-off?
Yes. Give me Detroit.
Give me Detroit.
Game of the week.
Don't fucking say Chicago. I'll smack you silly. It's the dumbest shit.
Give me the Lions.
Do it.
Give me the Lions.
Boo!
Next we got Rams at Tennessee.
Rams.
We might as well skip that. We're taking New England for the next game. Everybody is.
Give me the Dolphins.
Ladies
and gentlemen, I don't know if y'all know this, but for all the people listening, the Dolphins own New England. In Miami, they own them. Give me the Dolphins.
New England.
I'm going to look so bad if I get this wrong, but so good if I get that right.
Shoot for the moon, baby. Grass is purple.
Yep.
All right, so my actual game of the week, that this could be really interesting, is Buffalo versus the Jets. I see this being a lot closer than a lot of people think.
Yeah, Buffalo.
I still got Buffalo, but I don't know, dude.
I think the game of the week, unironically, might be Washington at Green Bay, but
yeah, and then nobody watches.
Jules, hold on, Jules, really?
Yes,
It's two top 4 NFC teams going at each other.
I mean,
it's gonna
let's be real. Is Eagles KC gonna be like game of the week? Like, I don't think so.
What the fuck are you doing?
Okay, that's fair. Washington's 2 though.
Anyway, so next in line is the Pittsburgh Steelers game. They play literally nobody.
That's crazy.
Who you guys play?
Seattle is in Pittsburgh.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, give me Seattle.
You got Seattle? Okay.
Seattle, yes.
Give me Chris Bosworth. Or Chris Boswell. Give me Boswell.
Yes, yeah, Chris Bosworth, known player for the fucking Steelers. Anyway.
You have Sam Darnold at quarterback.
You have Mike Tomlin as a fucking head coach.
We got the college football game of the week. We've got Cleveland versus Baltimore.
Can I go like Baltimore by 500?
I was gonna say Baltimore's line is minus 12.5. I feel like that's very generous.
Yeah, for all the UFC fans out there, it's gonna be how Hamzat did DDP.
That's crazy. Anyway,
that's gonna be what that game is.
Denver at Indy.
Give me Indianapolis.
Denver.
Danny Dimes starts out the year 2-0.
You know, the line is only 2.5. Fuck it, give me Indy.
The bettors are noticing. The bettors are noticing. Indy.
Oh my god.
Hey, here's the thing, Jules. You called that a mid-off earlier. Here's your mid-off: Carolina versus Arizona.
That's a good point.
Arizona.
Hey, tickets as low as $39.
Wow. That's crazy. Give me Arizona. That's crazy.
Give me Arizona.
That's disgusting.
Philly at KC.
Philly.
Philly's only favored by 1.5.
Justin, who do you got?
I'm gonna say Philly.
I'm gonna say Kansas City.
No, flip it. Give me KC. I just noticed I had them winning this game. Yeah, give me KC.
Yeah, give me Philly.
It's in Arrowhead. I think KC gets it done.
Atlanta at Minnesota.
Atlanta by 1 million.
Yeah, I mean, I think Atlanta should win that game.
I would agree. Tampa at Houston.
I have Tampa.
Yeah,
Jules.
I got Tampa.
I have Tampa. And then the second Monday night game of that is the Chargers versus Vegas.
Yikes. Can I do like the Chargers by 1 million thing again?
Fuck it, give me Vegas.
You're joking.
Give me Vegas. Give me Geno Smith.
Hey.
Over Justin Herbert's Chargers?
Hey, fate of the world, alien death beam pointed at the earth. Give me Geno Smith.
Yeah, Jules wants Geno Smith in the red zone.
Oh, I want Geno Smith.
Yeah, Justin and Jules want Geno Smith in the red zone.
Give me Vegas. Fuck it.
Give me Keenan Allen.
That's foul.
Give me Keenan Allen,
Who's got
please.
the biggest spread? So, dude, all these spreads are pretty solid this week. Like, Cincy 3.5, Dallas 5.5, Detroit 5.5, Rams 5.5, Miami by 1.5.
What's the Packers spread?
GB by 3.5.
That's not bad.
Miami by 1.5, San Francisco 4.5, Buffalo by 6.5 against the Jets. So it's a one-score game in their book. Pittsburgh by 2.5, Baltimore by 12.5, Denver by 2.5, Arizona 6.5, Philly 1.5, Minnesota 4.5, Houston 2.5, and Chargers 3.5.
See, I think Jules should have stood on business and taken the Jets.
Dude, I want to, but I don't ever bet against Josh Allen.
I mean, listen, I'll bet against Josh Allen if he's playing against the guy in Kansas City.
Yeah, so, hey, you thought that $39 was bad for those tickets? Tickets to New York Giants at Dallas Cowboys in Jerry World. Tickets as low as $36.
Nice. You can get 2 meals for $36.
No, for sure.
That's about $36. Who do you guys think has the most expensive game of the week? Just curious.
I don't know.
It's $301 for Bears Lions.
Awful.
Who?
That's awful.
The next expensive one is Chargers Vegas, and then Philly Kansas City.
Before you go down on your ADHD rant, do you have our history fact of the week?
You don't talk about my ADHDs. Them bitches are fun. Yeah, my history fact of the week on 9/9/2025, which is actually my little brother's 24th birthday. So happy birthday to my brother Jake.
Thanks.
In 1965, LA Dodgers Hall of Famer Sandy Koufax threw his first perfect game and fourth no-hitter of his career against the Cubs at Dodger Stadium. So
I actually know what that is.
The Cubs are just generationally bad. I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, I mean,
if only the Cubs had Ellie De La Cruz.
Oh my God, we're not
better. They have Pete Crow Armstrong.
Yeah, but if they had Ellie De La Cruz, you know he's getting on base.
Oh my God.
And Ellie is just the funniest thing in the world to me.
I love Ellie De La Cruz.
But with that, with our YouTube audience, please like, share, subscribe. That helps the channel, makes us know that you guys are watching, and making sure that you guys are sharing for the fact that we don't know ball. But that concludes our episode. Anything else you guys would like to add before we sign off?
Yeah, let us know in the comments how stupid we are.
Yeah,
tell us how dumb our picks are.
And not gonna lie, if you do like what you're hearing, yeah, there's some blasphemous shit that we say, but we love throwing the outlandish at the wall to see if it sticks. We're really good at it, I promise you. If you guys like what you're hearing and you think other people would like it, not just like, comment, subscribe, share it around, put it out there. I mean, we're just 3 dudes coming from TikTok trying to have fun because we hate the nasty narrative of mainstream media. So we decided to take our own and just have unfiltered, unbiased opinion. I mean, I definitely unbiased. I mean, I fucking have the Bears going generationally through the season. But it's just, like I said, if you guys like what you're hearing, even if you think we're funny and you want to treat it as a comedy podcast, we like what we're doing. We're having fun with it. And there's worse ways to spend an hour and a half during the week. So, yeah, share it around to your friends. Word of mouth is huge. But, yeah, that's all we got.
A lot of people would liken Jules to a Mina Kimes type of guy. So, you know.
A what?
If you like Mina Kimes, then watch
Retro, bro, you don't even understand, bro. My buddy found out that Jules records the way he does, and he goes, I don't ever want to know that again. And I was like, why'd you ask? So, again, I'll shout you out for the second time in this podcast, Matthew Stolberg. I fucking love you, buddy.
And many people have called me the modern-day Stephen A. Smith. So.
Wait, who did that make Jules again?
Mina Kimes.
With that, we'll see you next week if I don't get drugged through the fucking dirt yet for another week.
Whoa.
All right, y'all. I'll see y'all later, man.